Hello friends, welcome to this new video. So in this video we are going to continue our balance sheet. So basically today what we have to do, so we have imported the template in our canvas, right? So we have this balance sheet template. Now what we have to find out, we have to find out the values corresponding to each and every item. Okay, we have to find out the numbers corresponding to each and every balance sheet item. Now basically what you have to do, you have to just note down this particular heading: current total asset, then total fixed asset and all. Because we have like calculated the measure, we are going to use that particular measure for finding out these particular values, right? And please note down these things also, because corresponding to these things we need values, right? So for this particular thing we will write down one DAX formula, but before that we forgot to calculate the total liabilities, right? So I'll just right click on balance sheet analysis. I'll go to new measure. So the new measure will be total liabilities. Will be equals to current liabilities plus long term. Once it is done, now we are going to write down one code. Okay, by using that we will bring all the values corresponding to this particular item. Okay, so we will start this particular code. So the name of the measure will be balance sheet values. So I'm writing in this way because balance sheet values we have different measure as well. Balance sheet values will be equals to, now similar we have calculated this particular thing in income statement as well, right? So in the same way we will calculate. So we will use variable. Okay, the name of the variable will be current item, will be equals to, then we will use selected value function. So which template we are going to use? Balance sheet, and column will be normalized. Now as we have used variable, it should return something, right? So we will type a return. Then we will use switch true statement. Now if current item is equals to total current assets, if current item is equals to total current assets, then it will return current asset. If current item is equals to total fixed assets, it will return fixed assets. Then if current item is equals to total other assets, so it will return other assets. If current item is equals to total assets, it will return total assets, right? So all the items which are in our template we have to include here, right? Then if current item is equals to total current liabilities, then it will return current liabilities. If current item is equals to total long-term liabilities, then it will return long-term liabilities. Then if current item is equals to total owner's equity, okay, if this is the case, if current item is equals to total owner's equity, then it will return owner's equity. If current item is equals to total liabilities and owner's equity, so it will return liabilities and owner's equity. If current item is equals to debt ratio, which is nothing but total liabilities divided by total assets. So it will return the decimal number, right? So we will just format it. We'll use format, divide, numerator will be total liabilities, divide, denominator will be total assets. Once it is done, if any error comes, it will return 0. We can close divide. Then formatting we will need it in this particular format. In the same way, if current item, if video is going too lengthy, so what you can do, you can pause and you can see the final formula. Current ratio so current ratio will be current assets divided by current liabilities. So same thing, again we are going to use format, then divide. So the numerator will be current assets, denominator will be total assets. Once it is done, if any error comes, it will return 0. Otherwise, we will format it like 0.00, like this. Okay. So 3 to 4 more items are remaining. So after current ratio, we have working capital, right? You can see here as well. So for working capital, what will be the formula? If current item, so what we can do, we can copy this one. Okay, it will be more easier. We have to just change the text. We'll copy. If current item is equals to working capital, which is nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. So we need to format it current assets minus current liabilities. And at last we have, so the format will be only 0, like this. So after working capital, we have asset to equity ratio, right? So again, we have already copied, right? So we will just change the text. So this will be assets to equity ratio, which is nothing but total assets divided by owner's equity. Right. So assets to equity ratio will be equals to total assets divided by owner's equity. So we have to divide total assets with owner's equity, like this. If any error comes, it will return 0, else it will format in that particular format. And one last one is remaining, which is debt to equity ratio. So we will again paste if current item is equals to debt to equity ratio, which is nothing but total liabilities, divided by owner's equity. So this will be total liabilities divided by owner's equity. Now at last we need to use calculate. Once you have used calculate, so name of the table will be BS values. Okay, and we have to apply filter in this, so we will type filter, then balance sheet data will be the table, comma, and the column will be subcategory. Once you have done this, so this should be equals to current item, and how many bracket we need to close. So filter we have closed, then calculate we have closed, and then switch we have closed, right? Now we can hit enter. So this will be our final formula. Once you have hit the enter, one measure is already created, you can see this one. So you can just drag this particular measure to this table. Okay, once you have dragged this table, see we are getting the numbers for each and every item, right? So in this way we have to generate the balance sheet values, right? And final balance sheet statement. So basically, now let's say you want to find out the respective numbers, balance sheet values for each and every item year wise, right? So what you can do, you can just change this particular table to matrix one, and you can add the different columns as years, which we have done previously for income statement, right? So look and feel, right? The aesthetic part we will handle at last for all the different sheets which are going to create income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement, right? So I hope you have liked this video. I hope you have got the DAX formula, how to write down the DAX formula, and how to use template to incorporate while creating this particular reports. Okay, so thank you for joining with me in this video. Thank you.